Welcome back to the Sweet Life Podcast, Season 2, Episode 10. That is the phasing octopus that we call DJ, who is a DJ, amongst 7 other things. That is your neighborhood nigga, Wu Tim. My name is... my name is Eugene Wright, formerly known as Eugene's Neutron, also known as Eugene Wright, also known as Mafia Boy. My day ones call me MB Beast, and my mama called me Itty. That is your host, C Noel. And this week we got some homies tuned in with us. He always been in the comments. He always been fucking with us and showing us love. This is our dog from back when we used to club back in the day. This is the homie Matt. And he ain't got no other nicknames other than White Matt, as y'all can see. I don't know why we call him White Matt, but
like White Mike off Wayne.
But nah, the homie Matt, he's in here with us. Well, 2-week recap. It's been a long 2 weeks.
Crazy.
How y'all been, man?
In episode 5 of 2020.
Yeah, right?
It's been exciting, my nigga. Like, I can't even lie. This shit like the Royal Rumble around this bitch, let alone my life.
Hey, that countdown started going?
Feel like the countdown off the Watchmen. Got that.
Dog, this shit feel like it feel like
Oh, that's an actual thing.
pastor done got caught up in church
Mm-hmm.
or something like that.
It's like a minute
And you can't wait to go to church the next Sunday to see how he gonna play this off. What he gonna preach about? So basically, what I'm saying, Donald Trump the pastor.
Dog.
You feel me? Like, this shit is wide the fuck open. How y'all been though? My unemployment hit. How about you?
Central.
Same.
Oh yeah, nah, I've been chilling. I just started back streaming, working on this project. What else? That's it.
Just chilling.
Just chilling.
Shit, man. It's been just work feel, sobering. A lot of, shit going on. But, I just been working and shopping, still shopping. Hermes stuff and shit. But that shit don't mean that, because I might not even get a chance to run that shit. But yeah, it is what it is, man. But I'm ready to go ahead and let's go ahead and get this shit rolling tonight. But before we do, how your 2 weeks been?
Man, it's been good. I haven't done anything. I've been chilling at the house, playing video games, and like Tim said, that unemployment check hit. It's pretty nice.
I wish. I'm studying YouTubers trying to figure out when the stimulus check gonna hit for the next one.
The next one?
Tim forever to get the first one, man. And
so we still waiting to get approved when they come back.
It passed the House.
I know, but hopefully I'm trying to see,
am
I gonna get this hero fund for being essential worker? That's what I want. I want that hero fund.
Yeah, it's gonna pass the Senate, but it's not going to.
I know.
Unfortunately.
Well, drink menu is water, Ghost Train, Merlot, and sweet red wine. Let's get into it because we got a lot to cover this week.
Yeah, man. Let me say this, man. What a hell of a night for you to be on this motherfucker. Like, I'm glad you're here because you can give your perspective, your unique perspective or whatever.
I don't speak for the white community.
Yeah.
Disclaimer off the gate.
Yeah, disclaimer off the rip.
Yeah, got it. But yeah, just for the hell of a night, man. Let's go ahead and get this shit started. Monday on Memorial Day, man. Black man, George Floyd from Houston. He was going to a local deli grocery store, Cup Foods in Minnesota. So if y'all familiar with Cup Foods, don't patronize the motherfuckers no more. Anyhow, they got a call that he had used a counterfeit $20 bill. They called the police on him. And the police came, they questioned him, and we don't know what happened in between, but cameras started rolling and the situation went viral, in which an officer of the law that's supposed to protect and serve put his knee on this gentleman's neck for approximately like almost 9 minutes. And within that 9-minute time frame, he lost consciousness. Outrage has sparked around the country, started in Minneapolis, as well as, throughout the nation. You see right now live in Atlanta, they tearing down motherfucking downtown Peachtree,
If you didn't
CNN.
know, Denver too.
Everywhere. Denver,
it's all over
Atlanta,
Facebook. Denver was
every
one of
fucking
them.
where. Chicago, everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just unfortunate. You know, a lot of people talking about the riots in Minneapolis, but they tired of that shit in Minneapolis. They've been going through this shit for like the last decade. It was a report that came out that in Minneapolis, the police brutalized black people 13 times more than any other place in America. So this shit been going on. You had Philando Castile in 2016. Then you had the guy who actually put his knee on George Floyd. He was a part of another colored person, a person of color murder in 2011. He'd have been reprimanded over 10 times.
Yeah, I think it was like
Suspended.
13.
Boy, combined with him and the Asian guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, reprimanded 3 times verbally, suspended once. Actually prosecuted by Amy Klobuchar, but she didn't find charges. You know, that could be the potential running mate of Biden, by the way. Anyhow,
You slide that in there.
yeah,
That's
we're gonna talk about all that, but basically, the police officer, he was charged today with 3rd-degree murder. It's a charge. I don't agree with it, but it is what it is. That's not gonna stop motherfuckers from rioting, because the rioting is basically a side effect of not getting justice.
Right.
And it's time out, man. It's 2020. There's a lot of shit going on, so we're gonna talk about it. So fellas, Matt, Gene, Tim, Los, DJ, let's talk about it. What y'all think about the situation? What do you all think about the rioting? And what do you all think what the outcome will be in the long run?
I guess to start off, I had to force myself to sit and watch all of it yesterday, just so I can take in
the
as
actual
much.
video?
Yeah, the actual video and what was happening in the city. You know, just to remind myself that not remind myself that it exists, but just to take it in. Because I know how I feel when I see these things. And it was the same feeling. Because it's another black man killed, and I don't know what the solutions are, other than, in my mind, to fight back. And I understand self-preservation, first law of nature and all, but it's at a point now where it's like, yo, fuck the phones, grab a brick, throw it at the policeman if you don't want to get close, or somebody's just gonna have to take a bullet and charge them when they see this happening. I don't have any other solutions. My only mindset when I'm seeing I understand why the protests and stuff take place, and I ain't against it. You know, if that's what the emotion makes you feel like doing, I'm not one to judge that. I feel that protests are highly ineffective in most cases. It's another money grab for insurance or whatever that falls out after that when these businesses go down. I don't see it as the best means of getting the result that we're looking for. And at the same time, I feel like a lot of us don't know what result we're looking for. In my mind, we're looking for safety and trust in a system that has shown us it's never gonna give us that. So the protests, none of that really pushes me to believe that we will receive that by doing such. There's not a way we can force their hand other than to fight back. But at the same time, fighting ain't always got to be with fists. And people say, oh, hit them where it hurt, hit them monetarily. Like, how do you do that with, when everyone's poor? Like, it's such a bigger system design flaw to this than the idea of just the policeman killed a black man. We see that so much now, and it's like, yo, what way will it work? What can we do? And I'm still trying to figure that out. 'Cause that's just me. Like, that's all I got for it for right now, because I don't want to dwell on it too much, in all honesty. I just don't.
All right, bro.
Yeah, you pretty much said it, Eddie. I will say this: it's really interesting how a group of white men with AR-15s were storming a Capitol building, and the cops did nothing. Really, just stood there in front of the Capitol building, and then, there was a peaceful protest a couple of days ago, and then all of a sudden the cops started throwing tear gas and flashbang grenades at them. I always thought that was kind of like really, really fucked up. It's just really interesting. Like you said, it's basically two different Americas. We talked about this last night. It's really a whole bunch of different Americas, but if you just want to get down to the nitty gritty, it's really two different Americas. And it's kind of just, the whole situation's fucked up. I don't even know what else to say besides that.
Go.
Hey man, the situation fucked up about fucking time, dog. Like, for once you see people uniting, and it might be like, people be like, it's kind of wrong, but shit, even in poor countries, dog, they end up throwing stones. Feel what I'm saying? Like, when they feel like their government, and a lot of times people mimic us, man. We've been peaceful shit since the 60s, bro. Like, and this a whole different generation. This are generations that didn't get whoopings like us. So they don't feel shit. They don't feel the ride. You feel me? These kids riding. It's a whole different generation. It's a whole different generation, bro. Even Tupac warned niggas in the 90s. King was warning. Bro, I applaud it. You know what I'm saying? A bit of me, you know what I'm saying? A adult of me sees like the that's your community or whatever, but at the same time, shit, you pay property taxes, so that really ain't yours. Feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. If it ain't no black owned business or no Asian owned business or no color owned business, why not? Hope you got insurance. Shit, you can't open no business without insurance. Hope you got ride insurance. That's what I be trying to push right now, ride insurance. Some real shit, man. But yeah, I mean, bro, like, this shit always happen. Like, what you want me to say? I agree. Who gonna take the bullet? Like, who's taking the bullet, bro? We up here in the podcast, like, we have our opinion. Like, we got a white opinion. We got straight black opinions, bro. Everybody see this shit fucked up. Like, but what you gonna do about it? That's just how I feel.
You're right about that Tupac, though.
What about what you think the outcome gonna be in the case?
Definitely. Just because we seen this COVID shit and how the lockdown progressed, you definitely about to see some martial law shit, bro. Like, I mean, that shit coming. Like, National Guards and all that shit, man. Like, if you got friends that's still active, they about to, like, get ready to, like, bro, shit about to get real, dog. Like,
but what about the court case?
I see how they, like, trying to cover this shit up, man. They gon', like, I always say this: if they move that court case too fast, it's a cover. So how they moving along with this so fast and trying to, like, want to calm people down and be like, you know what I'm saying? This, that, and the third. Bro, it's hard to tell people that police not guilty off of. And then 3rd degree murder, bro, that's like a slap on the wrist. That ain't even no time, dog.
It's 25 years max.
Potential 25, but
max. That's it. Just
that's
max.
trash, bro. And he gonna be in protective custody.
Yeah, he already is.
I bet he got a support group already up supporting his ass. Like, come on, same shit every time.
Look, you got some
police.
Yeah, I like that they're riding, right? At the end of the day, the definition of insanity is to do the same thing and expect a different result. And all we've done is protest peacefully. And I understand protesting peacefully because we saw it work in the 60s. But we also saw that whole generation of leaders die in the process. Who's gonna take the bullet? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I like where this is going. I feel like they are seeing an expedited process in it. And yeah, shit, we gotta fuck shit up. White people have fucked shit up throughout time. You know what I'm saying? Revolutionary War, Boston Tea Party, that's a riot. A riot formed this country. Shit, so maybe we should riot for change.
Simple as that. DJ?
Burn it all the fuck down. Fuck them. They fuck shit up. Fuck them. Burn it all down. Listen. Destroy they shit. Exactly. Destroy they shit. Fuck them. They out here killing motherfuckers.
That's what I was gonna say.
You know what I'm saying? Like
in other countries and in our backyard, bro.
Niggas dying.
Like somewhere, some little countries, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, look at the niggas.
Yeah, bro.
But I'm saying that's why I say I understand the protest. But even with fucking shit up and insurance or whatever they have, they just gonna rebuild shit. It gotta pass a point of fucking shit up because they fucking us up as a people.
yeah.
Like
Facts.
we can't just keep destroying
But see, that's the
property.
thing. You gotta tear they shit the fuck down. You gotta, like, and when I say tear their shit down, I mean, like, you gotta stop their money. You gotta make their money not matter. You gotta make their shit not matter.
Hit them where it hurts.
I think that's still by
And
design.
destroying their shit devalues their shit.
I don't think so.
I will.
I feel like the insurance scams still take place and all of that. It gives them that right back.
Yeah.
Even if they don't choose to put it there.
But
they
you
put
gotta
it
go back to
elsewhere.
those places though.
The only place I feel like we can hit them where it hurts is in their face. It has to lead from destroying property to, and I ain't saying start a race war, but we have to fight them man for man. They got more bullets and
but you gotta look at it like this. But you gotta look at it like this.
A different time. But
It's tears to like, it's
To get
tears
in
to
there,
that
you know?
shit. And so like, but like it's tears to that shit. Like so destroying the property, that's just one level to it. You know what I mean? And then you could try to play their game. You can try to play their game. The whole politics shit and all that. You can try to do it straight. Or you can just add that. Just do it all. Just hit them at all fronts. Like, fuck it.
You could
Ain't-
use.
Do everything.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hit them on all fronts, basically.
Exactly.
I was gonna say you could probably use the LA riots as an example. Because look at '92 after the Rodney King got
Man.
beat, and then after what happened to LA after, I mean there was a rebuilding period, and LA bounced back like crazy.
And you talking about LA. We got Detroit in 1969.
That was just the
You know.
the most recent.
Yeah, Detroit. You got Watts, 65.
Mm-hmm.
You got all these riots been going on throughout the ages.
Mhm.
Historically, when the police was formed, they were called slave patrol. So
Yeah.
that's written fact.
Mm-hmm.
So the distrust in the police department throughout the ages is quite founded.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just unfortunate because this is America. We're supposed to be the land of the free, land of opportunity, and we're supposed to be equal. But unfortunately, we're not seen as equal.
Mm-hmm.
We're seen to be complicit. Like Matt said, you know, you got guys at the Capitol with ARs,
Yeah.
M16s, and everything. We didn't see the police, but you know, motherfuckers just holding signs for police out there, even before they, you know,
Because it started
niggas
off,
came with the shit.
started
you
off
know.
as a peaceful protest, and then grenades happened, and then it is what it is.
Well, yeah. Let's talk to something that could have been the potentially like the impetus of something like George Floyd. This past weekend in Central Park in New York,
Oh yeah.
it was a gentleman, Christian Cooper. He's a semi-professional bird watcher, and he seen a lady, white lady, Amy Cooper. Ironically, they got the same fucking last names, and she was out there in Central Park without the leash on her dog. And you know, he basically confronted her about it, and it seemed like in a pleasant way, and she took offense to it. You know, some may argue that she took offense because this was a black man, and that's what it very well looked like. I don't want to, you know, allude to it, but that's exactly what it looked like, to the point where this gentleman pulled out his phone and started recording the whole ordeal. And this motherfucker went into a whole Anne Hathaway type performance, saying it's a black man threatening me and my dog while she was choking the motherfucking dog.
Yeah,
By the way, she lost the dog.
she did.
She yoked little
So-
homie up.
Like, that could have very well been a potential situation just like George Floyd or Trayvon Martin or Arbery or any.
Yeah.
I can go on, but fellas, what y'all think about that situation and how that directly correlates what occurred with, George Floyd and Minneapolis at Cup Foods? Because now the owner of Cup Foods came out and he regret that he even called the police on George Floyd. Matter of fact, he said he want to pay for the funeral. I doubt the family gonna probably take his fucking money, but whatever. But let's talk about that, because that shit been going on. You had these Karens or Kathys or whatever the fuck you want to call them, calling the police on motherfuckers just because they said these apartment complexes with you don't feel comfortable. Let's talk about that. How that is like the impetus of a situation like George Floyd.
See, I mean, it's funny because you mentioned it ties into that whole idea of police originally being slave patrol and shit. So, I mean, it's embedded in the job as a policeman to have a distaste or a systematic build to have a notion against black people. And no offense, white people know that. So what they do is they'll call like the police, not as slave patrol, but as the current state of police. What they like, that was really her weaponizing our own blackness against us. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because he sound petty, like, yo, I'm threading her dog ain't on the leash. I'm just gonna pass it. If it bites you, then call us. You know what I'm saying? We see white people do shit like that all the time. Where his dog wasn't on the leash, it's a vicious whatever, and they'll come out because it's a part of the call. But with this, it's like, okay, I'm gonna place your life in danger by saying you threatening mine because you don't want to put your dog on the leash.
And look at the conviction she spoke in.
That's what I'm saying. I'm telling him, I'm gonna tell them that you threatened my life. She told him what she was gonna do to his face because
on camera.
The police. That means white people know that the police are an immediate threat to black people.
Yeah.
And she tried to use that narrative of him being he's becoming violent.
Yeah, no, she's aware of her white privilege.
Exactly.
Fucking disgusting.
It is. So
just like Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Let's stay on point.
What'd you say? Eating bombs.
Bombs.
Go ahead.
But yeah, that's really what that was. I mean, it was to the lowest level of some Emmett Till shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Weaponizing you being black against you. Because I know this system is designed against you. And by me being a white woman, I can deliberately put you in a place of danger. You know what I mean?
Put you in a place of wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Even if we both know it's fake, I got the ability to do this because I'm white. That's how she felt.
Home field advantage, dog.
Thank you for the fucking camera phone, though, because who knows how that would have turned out without a camera phone.
Yeah.
Record everything.
Man, what you got?
Okay, I don't know if y'all knew this, but she worked
for Franklin Templeton.
Well, yeah, that, and also she was a Hillary supporter. She was a hardcore Democrat.
A 90s Democrat with the 3 strikes rule?
Yeah.
All right.
You know what I mean?
But
I'm a blue racist.
Yeah, exactly. but if you think about it, though, it's like, the Democratic side is like, no, we're cool, we're liberal, we're blah blah blah. No, you're all fucking racist, whether you agree with it or not. But it is true because, like y'all said, it's just literally using her white privilege to obviously get a man arrested and
potentially murdered
because that was
the state of affairs with black people in this country right now. Ahmaud Arbery was just at National Story last week. Yeah, she knows.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, nah.
She saw that shit on the Jumbotron in time.
No, she knew exactly what she was doing.
She knew exactly what she was doing.
The confidence in which she spoke and how she put on that act.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like
it was that. What was
I know
that,
one thing. That dog went active. That nigga was trying to breathe.
There was another incident not too long ago. I was just watching one of my favorite shows out is Deezus and Mero. They have a fantastic show on Showtime, but they used to be on Viceland, and they were making fun of this lady that was on in LA, I want to say, or maybe San Francisco. She called for saying, "Hey, these black people are having a barbecue out here."
Oh yeah.
And then the young lady follows the white lady.
Carol that year.
Yeah, it was Carol.
The classic.
Carol Baskin.
Fucking basket.
But she followed that young lady all the way to the police car, and then when she got to the police car, she just basically crumbled and started crying and like, "This black lady was hurting me, blah blah blah." And the cop was just standing there like, "Bro, what the fuck are you doing, man?" It's just it's obvious that a majority, if not all, white people understand that there is
A power system dynamic.
exactly. That's how to put it. I'm catching a contact. Anyway.
Alright, hold on, Tim.
It's a thin line between love and
Come on, Tim.
Listen, man. It could have been me because I've been calling up. I don't know. I'm glad that nigga went to Harvard. And on top of
They ain't got
that,
shit to do with nothing.
she ran up on the wrong nigga.
No,
That's
no,
actually
he
an
was like a
African American that she ran
Semi.
up on.
Hold on, what you say, Tim?
That's an African American she ran
Oh, yeah,
up
he
on. They're
right.
not
He
even
actually-
niggas.
Yeah, here, right.
Oh, okay, so
Yeah,
it's right.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I thought it was a bird
Yeah,
watcher.
dude
I
is
was
from
like,
Harvard. So the fact that he on his P's and Q's and knew his rights and stood tall, bro, like that was amazing.
yeah.
Somebody like me, even with a camera problem, would have made it up out of that. You know what I'm saying? I would have had to been that nigga. Her dog ain't on no leash. Let me go and get the fuck on. You know what I'm saying? Hope that dog don't follow me. If that dog follow me too close, these goddamn sixes finna get the goddamn kicking. On some real shit, bro. Like certain black men can do that. That's one out of motherfucking like 100 million. You know
Because a bunch of others be like, well, if you gonna call the police, I ain't got no faith in them anyway. They probably
Right.
Yeah,
I'm
slap you
saying
with
like,
the-
That's
even
exactly.
if I was to call the police or one of us was to call the police, bro, they gonna be like, nigga, put your hands up. What are you doing? Bro,
That's
she ain't
that's
got no
exactly
dog
what
on
she
the
was
leash. I
going
got
for.
allergies.
Right.
Nigga, get on the ground.
But
That's
And I'm
exactly what
allergic
she
to
was going
peanuts.
for.
Yeah.
Exactly what she was going
Real,
for.
real.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's about it, bro. Like the right nigga was at the right place at the right time, bro. Like facts. Side note, did you all see the goddamn CNN reporter get boogied up this morning?
they got arrested.
Yeah.
For like 10
That's
minutes.
tough.
Yeah.
Like a block down, the white reporter didn't get it. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, it happened to the right black man. Unfortunately for Floyd, like it was just the wrong black man, bro. Like even though like 99.9% out of the time it's the wrong black man, like to see like it actually like go right for him, you know what I'm saying, for Cooper, it's like, yeah, but we still took a loss. You know what I'm saying? So what is it to celebrate, dog? Like Cooper probably won't even press charges, and clearly those are charges. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, we got a state that's barely pressing murder charges against a cop that clearly goddamn had a nigga in the goddamn figure four neck lock. You know what I'm saying? And that nigga was a big ass dude, bro. Floyd wasn't no chump change. So that's obsessive force, bro. Like, come on, dog. Like,
Los.
I mean, it's just it's sad to see. I haven't watched the video in totality, and you know, it's like I'm kind of disappointed in the way I've kind of desensitized to like even wanting to watch the videos. I'm tired of hurting. You know what I'm saying?
What about the Central Park shit?
Oh, the Central Park. Okay, alright. Well, with that, I mean, shoot, it's once again, yeah, I think Eugene said it all. It was just like you know, shoot, she was aware. You know what I'm saying? She really tried to use her privilege to put this man in a bad spot. And you know, I'm glad that the cops weren't going for it. I'm glad that she's suffering all this misfortune. You feel me? So, yeah. She could have got him killed.
point blank.
BJ.
Man,
Man.
I've had so many like encounters with these type of people. Like working as a
On
valet,
the job.
bruh.
Especially at the country.
Bruh, like these are the worst humans. Like facts. Like stupid, entitled. Everything must go their way. It's the worst. And then they got like a little position where they can just call in the airstrike on the niggas. Like airstrike. No. Like that shit is trash. But like, but he handled it because I know me. I would have said some stupid fly.
My bad, if I could add something when you finish.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I totally freaking forgot. That was a huge part of my last job. Karen is calling the police on me. So I used to work for Spectrum. I was doing door-to-door sales. So I was legit knocking in these high-end neighborhoods. Man, and you know, and you can see it. Like, it be times where, you know, shoot, I knock on the door and, you know, a white man open up, middle age, and for the most part, he just want me to get up off his porch if he ain't trying to buy no cable. But his wife will really come in and escalate the situation. Like, what are you doing out here? I've been seeing you walking around for hours. Get out right now. I'm gonna call the police. And you know, it's been times where, you know, the police come. They straight up, they come. I done been put out of neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? Hey, knocking door to door. Police put me out. I'm like, fuck it, I'll leave. I'm tired of this shit anyway. But you know what I'm saying? So it's like, nah, it was very real. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, I tote while I'm out there. You know what I'm saying? Who knows what the situation. As a matter of fact, I took a nap in one neighborhood and somebody called the police on me. And I had my gun on me and I woke up, bright lights. You know what I'm saying? Once again, it was like 20-minute nap. Like, I set my alarm and everything, but it was right at the cusp of darkness. So I woke up, dark, lights flashing on me. I'm in my car, my gun on me. Police is, you know, this and that and the third. I'm telling them, I'm like, yeah, it's a gun here. You feel me? And, you know, so they're like, all right, cool. There was a black one and there was a white one. I wasn't going for nothing. And they was like, okay, roll down the window. I'm like, I got to start the car for that. And I was like, all right, cool. Boom. I rolled down the window. They was like, okay, where's the gun? I'm like, it's under this jacket that I'm using as a blanket. And they was like, okay, well, give it here. I was like, nah, man, you can reach in and get it.
Nah, you got it.
I ain't going for it. You know, and he put his gun, he was like, all right, for real, bro, just give it here. I was like, all right, man, goddamn. So now I'm moving Matrix slow. Goddamn. All Mario popped out the jacket off. Goddamn. And you know, shit, he just unloaded it and he put it in my trunk. And what I will say is, that job gave me a lot of experience with police. However, it's like, yeah, I'm black, but I do also understand that, like, on some real shit, I'm small. You know what I'm saying? And my stature kind of helps. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I rarely meet a cop my size or smaller. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like,
But if you're 6'4",
yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then I also know I'm friendly, to be honest. I know I'm friendly. So, like, I know I done ran across racist cops that, you know, they was like, okay, I might not be the one. You know what I'm saying? So, but even those cops still don't deserve to be cops. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, yeah. And you know, that was the white women that called them on me. White women getting me put out of the neighborhood just to bring it all 360.
I was just finna say that ain't nothing like Amazon, boy. Them goddamn dogs with the motherfucking shot collars, bro. We want you to deliver every package. Bet.
Hell no.
But yeah, what else? You got something else, man?
Oh no, man, like, just I've had so many experiences with these people. They're all bad.
But yeah, this issue is ongoing.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers obviously
I
watch
give them
TV,
hell. I
they
give them
watch
hell.
media, and they know the power that they have. They call the police. They think motherfuckers just gonna scatter and tremble in fear. It's not like that. It was a cat in fucking Minnesota this past weekend, a venture capitalist. He was in his private duplex gym, and there was some brothers in there just working out too. He asked them what they doing in the building. They like, motherfucker, we stay here too. And he lost his job like a motherfucker. That's gonna start happening. So motherfucker, if y'all out there, y'all listening, if motherfuckers questioning you and your presence, start recording their ass. And
She
you
lost
know,
her job.
yeah, Frank and Tim, hey, they like shit. Hey, we don't fuck with this because we need those investment dollars. Fuck her, get her the fuck up out of here.
Right.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
Like,
She backtracked too on Twitter. She was like, I've had my life destroyed because of this. Well,
so
They love playing the goddamn.
they playing the victim card. The
You was
victim
just
card
willing
shit.
to destroy my life.
Yeah,
in a perfect
Literally.
world, in a perfect world, the motherfucker should go to jail. But Christian Cooper, he's not gonna do. He's not that type of cat. But
Like
I know
I
I
said-
heard people mentioning like, man, he's a Harvard guy. He's still a nigga. That's exactly how she.
Even if you went
That's exactly how she
Right.
looked at it.
I
You
will
know
say
what I'm
this:
saying?
he did go to Harvard. I guarantee you, he was facing just as much racial problems
Hell
as he
yeah.
was,
if he had
if not more,
charges.
you know, than
In
what he just
Boston?
experienced. Yeah,
Fucking
Boston's one of the most racist cities in the country, from what I hear. I don't know. I've only
They
been
call
there once.
black people Mondays. Because motherfuckers hate Mondays. It's the day you have to go back to work. I don't know if people knew that, but that's what they call black people in Boston.
No, they call that here too in Alabama. I'm a
Yeah.
server. And,
Yeah.
and that's literally what I've heard a lot.
Damn.
See,
Yeah, so
Dog.
if you ever
Don't piss on that. I wish a bitch.
Bruh.
Wallet on me.
if you ever hear somebody say,
Hey, I got another one for
hold
you.
on, bro.
I got another one for you. I was at the country club working, right? Dude come out. He started saying garçon, right?
Gar, what?
Garçon. That means boy in French.
Lord.
So here's the thing. He's saying it. I ain't responding. And then like he was like, hey, like I'm on my car with him. So I go over and I was like, you do know garçon means boy in French, right? He was like, no, it means like waiter or whatever. I was like, no, it literally means boy. And so like he looks over at his wife and his friends and they're like, yeah. So his wife comes over and like
he knew that.
you know what I'm saying? He know I knew that though.
Right.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's a whole bunch of shit like working valet dog. I didn't experience all the types of fucking. But like me being me and me knowing so much shit, like I see through it and I just let them know like, hey, I just saw you do this fuck shit. Yeah. Like a lady came at me one time. White lady. White ladies always be the worst ones.
Karens.
For real. Like some about some or whatever. It was some bogus shit. Oh, I needed to see her ID so she can get her car tag. She felt like she didn't need to show me her ID. And so then that, like we had a little exchange and I was like, hey, look, I have to do this. It's my job. And so she go out do her whatever. She come back. She like, both of us weren't at our best this morning and whatever. She tried to shake my hand. I said, no. You got upset because I was doing my job. And she was like, I don't know why you like this. I was like, nah. You got upset because I was doing my job. You can go about your day. Like,
Put that pressure on her ass.
hey.
Like on that. Hold that.
It's not okay.
Yeah, nah. I let them motherfuckers know. That's why they hate me at work.
yeah, they hate me at work too because I'm a server and Derek, Eddie, and Tim know me for almost 15 years right now, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not racist. At least I try not to be.
Don't say it loud.
My friends are black.
So when, of course, you know, we live in Alabama, I'm still the racist South, and people come up to me all the time and tell me things like, you know, really, really racist shit, and I'm like, you're probably talking to the wrong person because I'm gonna call you out on it, and I call people out on it all the time. I tell in the group chat, how many times did I put in there when I was working? How many times did I put some shit like, this bitch is racist as fuck, and I just go off, and it's really, really unreal how still racist that America is, but at the same time, it hasn't changed since, you know, slavery days. Still hasn't changed. It's just something new.
Yeah.
But it's still the same shit.
Speaking of something new, hold on, what you about to say before I go
Say,
to
before we go into the next phase of it, just wanted to tap in with the comments. Shout out to all the live streamers out
Hey,
there.
chat. Hat tip, chat. Hat
We
tip.
had backtracking a little bit. The homie Nick from last episode that said that we said burn all that shit down. Professor X is in the comments. He said things have to be destroyed before it can ever change. Chauncey Moore with salute, fellas.
what up, Chauncey?
Shout out to Gerald Murray. She said
That's my
hello
mom.
family. What's up, mom?
Hey, mom.
Also, yeah, she's a damn fool.
To my
Sang Tim. Also, shout out to the always authentic Anise Austin in the building with us. She said, I'm not reaching for shit, not nothing. Talk that talk, Corey. And Tim is ready for the fisticuffs. Anise also said that DJ is a Rosetta Stone translator. Didn't know that meant boy. So, yeah, I got 2 gems from the night's episodes. Next time you somewhere and somebody say Garçon, or you hear Monday on a day that ain't Monday, or referencing Monday.
It's not just Mondays. It's a whole bunch of different slangs. But if you hear something to that, that's what they're talking about. Because I hear it all the time.
I hate the motherfucking smirk your motherfucking cousins give us.
You talking about that?
I thought about that from
fucking
I went to running in well. What?
That was a cool thing about the mask. I ain't gotta see that shit.
I do that shit. I don't know why. I just do it. I don't know why.
Oh no, like
I'm just lazy. I don't like.
I really walk up to my motherfucker like, man, why you such a piece of shit though? Like,
Hey,
the thing is like a smirk
being a
to acknowledge. It's something weird. I saw some breakdown on it, not by somebody white, but it was a weird dynamic of like a smirk to acknowledge someone's present because you don't want to say nothing, but it'd be more awkward or less racy to not say nothing at all. Who it is?
I'm just when I do it, I'm just lazy.
Who
I
is
really like to smile, so I just do it like. What
no, I genuinely.
Who?
It's Willie.
Oh, that's Fresh or Willie.
These
Niggas in sauce on live pulled up.
Willie Wizard.
What's happening?
This nigga just pull up.
Go
ahead.
Junior.
Matter of fact,
here we go. Pull up, let up. They gonna be jacking my dome, my shoulder.
I know you've been watching us on live.
Why can't
So shit.
The Pull Up Podcast back in the
Before we go to the next topic, man, just go ahead and give with your speech, man. Go ahead.
My speech?
Yeah, go ahead. Cause since you've been watching, you know what's going on.
I know y'all see what's going on in the world, though.
Yeah.
Motherfucker tired. Sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Yeah. All right, let me pivot to the next shit, man, cause he was talking about new shit. They always come with some new shit. And speaking of new shit, last goddamn
shout out to Rick.
last Friday on the Breakfast Club, Charlamagne interviewed Joe Biden. And at the end of the fucking interview, he made a statement that shit. If you don't vote for him, you ain't black. You know, after that,
You ain't black.
hours after that, he backtracked like a motherfucker. It was just a ill-timed joke or colloquial or whatever. I get it, but
Can't
no,
joke like that.
you cannot fucking joke like that.
Especially if you're trying to be the president.
you trying to be the president.
Nah, you can't joke like that after the legislation.
Yeah,
push.
yeah. Hold on.
His brain don't
Yeah,
work right
black
though.
generation, man.
But his brain don't work right though.
So yeah, he joked about it, and that's on top of the heels of him. Rumors of him picking Amy Klobuchar, who we just talked about, who didn't prosecute the police officer Chauvin, in 2011. So imagine that. So fellas, what y'all think about that? We got a full house now. What y'all think about Biden saying that, if you don't vote for him, you ain't black? What y'all think about his prospects in November? Do y'all think he can actually turn around and beat Trump? Just go for it.
I don't think he can beat Trump to begin with, but that's neither here nor there. I think this is a kickoff of a campaign on some tactics to where
It's the rollout.
yeah, it's the rollout, bro. Like, think about this, right? President Trump just became president a few years ago with no real political plans. It was all entertainment, speculation. It was like fucking McGregor and Floyd Mayweather doing a tour of press fights. These niggas traveling together, putting on the show, getting everybody hyped up to get the pay-per-view. This is what Biden's doing. He's wanting to become a viral meme sensation. I'm not saying deliberately, but it's another form of publicity.
His team
for him.
setting it up.
Yeah, his team is setting it up because, like, hey, you only gonna beat him by celebrity and how many times you get talked about, if that's a thing.
That's definitely a thing, bro.
It is. It's like the nicer way of when Donald Trump said, black people should vote for me because, hey, what else you got to lose? Like, that's the exact same sentiment. It's the same line on the opposite side. Man, this politics shit is here to... I still think it's
It's
whole
a dog and pony
presidential
show.
election. Yeah, it's a comedy show. But this election is just a fucking mockery, a celebration of money grab, and a fucking year-long soap opera with a fucking 3-season trailer. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, 3-year trailer for 1 year of soap opera bullshit. It's really meant to toy with black people and make you feel like you have some power and to say sort of this shit. If we felt that strongly about it, he would be disqualified now. You know,
It's too late now.
That's why we should burn it down.
Who would be disqualified?
I mean, if we really felt the way we felt, he should have been canceled and disqualified then. Any president that speaks like that regarding black people during their campaign season. But you know what I'm saying? It's just entertainment. It's mentioned. It's grabbed. It's I hate to use like hotel words like that's a distraction, but that's what it is. There's so much other shit that's more important than that. But at the same time, it's bullshit what he said to begin with, which is why I can't take him or most politicians seriously.
All right.
What you got, man?
I really can't speak to that. I know he said that he was backtracking and said it was a joke, whatever. But you know, we all know that's a bunch of bullshit. I think that it really just lets you know that not a single politician gives a single shit about anybody that votes for them. They just doing their own thing, trying to get their own agenda through, trying to make their money, trying to make their lives a little bit easier. And that's it. That's all they care about. That's it. Plain simple. They don't give a shit about the voters that voted for them. They don't give a shit. Like, there's a few politicians that do, but it's very far between.
You can say the same about Trump. That's obvious. He don't give a fuck about his
He doesn't give a single shit about anybody but himself.
He do care about his constituents.
No.
Yes, he do.
No.
He cares enough.
He gave him a tax bill.
Well,
Because he can use
because that's the group that he's a part of.
When we say constituents, we referring to motherfuckers
But
that
see, he
saying,
got two kind of. Can I say this?
Yeah, go
no
ahead.
offense.
Go ahead.
He got two kind of constituencies. He got the elitists like him who really put him there. And then he got the poor ones who he feed rhetoric to. They believe it, they regurgitate it, but intangibles, he's not doing nothing for them. But what I want to say about Joe Biden, it's the same way with black people. And people get mad at me when I be like, man, check this guy's background. This guy's 77 years old.
Been on the wrong side of history
His whole
career.
life.
The whole
Only reason
career.
people love him because he sided with
Barack-
blackface and white supremacy.
Well, I think the reason why people vote like him is because he pushes this all the time. Is because I was Barack Obama's.
He doing this.
Barack Obama's vice president.
Right.
Yeah, vote for me. I'm down with the black folks. No, that's dumb as shit. And if you want to be honest, Barack Obama wasn't that great of a president anyway. But
Of course, I agree with you.
that's neither here nor there.
And then I also want to say this. And then I also want to say this too. When I tell black folks, let's sit this election out. Oh no, we can't do it. Well, we in the shithole now. How you gonna get less than shit? You can't. Let's sit this motherfucker out. Let's plan 4 more years from now. Let's get this strategic plan together. Cause you in the shithole now. You can't lose now. Man, I'm in hell now.
Sit it
How
out
can it get worse?
so we can say this one was y'all fuck up.
Right.
It ain't got nothing to do with us.
But look,
None
when
of us.
2024 come around, we got the agenda ready, we got the plan ready, and we ready to mobilize. What's wrong with that? Instead of keep staying on this Democratic plantation that we ain't getting nothing out of. Fuck that shit, man. Man, I got on a coon's ass this morning. He talking about he's a conservative black. No, you not. You a nigga. Ain't no conservative black or liberal black. You a nigga in this world, man. You better get on this side, man. And I pass it to you.
go ahead, Tim. What you got? You got to go after that.
Bro, you know, like on the hindsight of shit, bro. I fuck with Russians hard.
The place I just love.
I fuck with.
Hey, hold up, y'all got that is
I
one
fuck
mic.
with Russians
Gotta
hard.
hear it.
Because Russians don't like us, period. They don't like no fucking body. And they let you know that when they fuck with you from a distance. To have somebody play around with you like they fuck with you, but don't fuck with you, that's definitely a mind game. I think pretty much everybody know Trump. Like, Trump don't give a damn about nobody but bread, bro. Like, if you really pay attention to him, it ain't even no black or white thing. Trump really don't give a fuck about nobody, bro. Like, fact. And, like, bro, I'd rather have Trump say, like, shit, who you gonna vote for? Like, you in the shit. Like, he honest about it, bro. Like, what you gonna do?
What you got to lose?
Right.
That's what he said.
I'm more honest than any other president you have, even in this color. I'm more honest than Barack. Why you more honest than him? It just is what it is. Like, it just is what it is, bro. Like, everybody's a puppet. I think everything is planned. Like, I think certain things are curved in, you know what I'm saying? But certain things are definitely planned, bro. And I've been saying it from podcast to podcast, shit about to get real. You know what I'm saying? So, shit done got real. You know what I'm saying? I've been saying this shit, so I'm done.
Oops.
Bruh, I understand. Like, when Biden first announced that he was running, it was like, oh shit, finally a decent politician. That's all the Democratic Party need. But then he came out doing this coon shit, just like Hillary did.
When she pull out the hot sauce on Breakfast Club?
Bruh, when she came out to whipping Nene on Ellen, the fuck? And she actually did it on her way out, bruh.
The fuck?
Bruh, slave whip. Watch me Nene. I fuck no, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I couldn't fuck with Hillary off that. And then Biden did the same thing with this "You Ain't Black." Well, first of all, he did this shit this whole campaign. His whole campaign, his urban appeal has been, hey, y'all fuck with me already because I'm Obama folks. You feel me? And
Fuck with me.
this nigga didn't feel the need to impress us politically because he felt like he was already good with us off the strength of Obama. And he not. You know what I'm saying? So he already overstepped his boundary. Nigga assumed he was invited to the cookout. I'm not voting for the bitch ass nigga, man. I'm not voting for Trump, bro. And let me tell you this. When I don't vote for the bitch ass nigga, that is not a vote towards Trump. That is literally zero. Goddamn, nigga. It ain't like, oh, if I subtract one from fucking bitch ass Joe, that's an automatic +1 for no. Unless I literally mark Trump and it scans, I did not vote for Trump. Shut the fuck up.
And also, you gotta remember where you live. You
That
live in
too,
Alabama.
Bruh, I'm a well, not an independent, but you know, like black people, we have the luxury of voting in our best interest because both of the parties be trying to screw us.
Yeah.
This bipartisan bullshit, you know what I'm saying? George Washington been warned that he was crooked and he said this was bad.
To have a two-party system is the
Yeah.
dumbest shit ever. It's stupid.
You got it. Hold on. You got it. Phone
So
up,
no, bruh. Now y'all ain't finna try to force me to vote Democrat. I'm not a Democrat. Fuck.
Totally agree. And I think the
What
Democrats
bruh
really
said I'm
fucked
a
up.
nigga.
I think the Democrats really fucked up when they elected him, Biden, anyway, because it's like you obviously can tell that most of the people that are Democrat want somebody like Bernie Sanders. You know what I'm saying? But they got, well, the first election with Trump, they got Bernie Sanders polled better than Hillary Clinton did. But it was just Hillary Clinton's turn. And then that's the reason why she became a thing. But
I think
you can obviously tell that majority of the people who say they're a Democrat want somebody like a Bernie Sanders. Somebody who actually is there for change. And Bernie Sanders has been the most consistent politician because he's been down for the cause since the 70s.
That's my
And you didn't like that.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Down who called?
that's debatable.
That's my
That's
nigga,
the
bro.
Hold on,
Let DJ go.
Go ahead,
Sorry
DJ.
about that.
So, like, at what point do we understand that his brain don't work right?
Neither of them do. He does have
what?
dementia.
So enough.
This
Like,
man,
talking about
this man
Biden?
is literally dying on.
He said he was going to beat Joe Biden. Or he said Joe Biden said he was going to beat Joe Biden in the next election.
Like,
But he said that on the Breakfast Club.
he can't even string he can't
2020
even
Reagan.
complete a whole sentence.
2020 Reagan.
Yeah, you got all time.
Reagan at least was articulate. He ran.
Go ahead,
Reagan was like
DJ.
a puppet.
Alzheimer's.
But like,
For
I
sure.
feel what DJ saying though.
yeah, no, like
Motherfucker.
that motherfucker's not mentally
Yeah,
fit
shit, bro.
to like be on camera, let alone be. president. But like it's making for good internet.
It really is.
It's the rollout.
Dog, it's making for good internet.
Oh shit, Omar Rasul, what up?
Man,
What up, Newt?
yeah, the homie on it.
Yeah, he up in there. But yeah, man, Biden, he been on the wrong side of the history other than being the VP for Obama. You gotta go back to the crime bill in 1993. Yep. You gotta go back to the fact that when he ran for president in the mid 80s, when Jesse Jackson ran, he plagiarized the Martin Luther King speech. I don't know if people remember that, but they kind of cover that up because he plagiarized the speech.
Easier to cover up shit back in the 80s.
Yeah. I'm talking about they covering it up now because people don't know it unless you read it. He actually suspended his fucking campaign because of that. And this was in the fucking 80s. So you got the crime bill, you got the plagiarizing of speeches. He also lied and said he was marching in the civil rights era during that time frame, when he got debunked because of that.
So then he was a replacement then? No, go ahead.
No, I don't know nothing about that. But yeah, he had brain surgery, if that's what you're referring to.
Oh, okay.
So that's why a lot of people feel like he's not fit mentally, intellectually to be the president. It's obvious that something is fucking wrong with him. He can get a facelift or whatever. He's still fucked up. So, I mean, his only hope, if he really want to beat Trump, is to have a black woman as his VP. That's his only hope. I mean, I know cats in here not on the voting shit, but for the people that are voting, his only hope is to have a black VP, black woman as VP.
Yeah.
I kind of hope it goes the way of remember when George Bush was president? George Bush, the second one? When basically Dick Cheney ran the country, and then George Bush was just the face, and George Bush was pretty much at the ranch the whole time. It's like, hey, I'm George Bush being silly and stupid. I mean, shoe thrown at me.
That's obviously I hope that
I feel like
people would be more comfortable if he had a black woman as his VP.
Don't give.
I'm referring to the people.
She's not
I'm referring. It don't necessarily have to be. It can be Stacey Abrams, but I'm referring to the voting.
Why would he pick her? She couldn't even win the fucking Georgia.
Well, she got robbed in that election. If you want to talk about it, but she did.
That motherfucker love you like that. They can't rob you because you would have blew him out.
See Elizabeth Warren being.
I ain't gonna lie, if you get a black woman, no
man, look, my whole thing, I don't give a shit.
Black woman VP, we gotta do what we can to get it on. Just see what she do.
I got a question for all of y'all. Do y'all think that the president is just a face, and you think there's people behind that run the whole entire thing? And then, because it's just a rotating door for a president. It's every 8 years or 4 years. It's just a rotating person. Do you think there's a bigger picture of no, we're gonna do this, and you just go over there and talk to a diplomat, whatever?
Well, in essence, obviously, being a president is being the executive of this country. So, of course,
how much do you think he has control over the country?
If I control the country's currency, I care not who makes its laws. That's a quote from one of the Rothschilds.
Rothschilds one of the feds, right?
Well, here's the thing. There's the feds, as in the federal government. Then there's
the Federal Reserve, right?
The Federal Reserve.
Yeah, that's what.
The Federal Reserve is about as federal as Federal Express. They got nothing to do with the government.
Yeah.
They're just a one-person bank.
Private corporation.
A private corporation that controls the money supply in the U.S. So
that's crazy.
Think about this. It's funny because my friend was watching this documentary the other day.
All the stuff.
What?
Federal Express?
No, FedEx.
Oh no! What was the name of the fucking clothing store?
I don't know.
It was some Express.
FedEx is Federal Express. The Federal Reserve Bank is about as corporate as they are. They just got federal in their name. They got nothing to do. Them motherfuckers could be Wells Fargo. They just the one bank that controls money. And if you supply money into this country, all money that you owe is paid in interest, whether it's taxes, tax on a dollar, interest loan, whatever.
Inflation.
If they make all the much money we get in this country and we got to pay them back the money plus interest, where do the interest come from? It don't exist. They got to make that and loan that to you too. Now you got to pay them back more money with more interest. Where do you think the government get the money from to do stimulus checks? But that's another story for another time.
Let's lighten it up. We still on the same shit, but we just gonna lighten up the hue a little bit. Doja Cat, and I'm gonna have to lean to like to you, and I know Anise probably know about this, but Doja Cat, I think she got like a #1 song right now, and she had a #1 song, and it came out that she was in a chat room talking bad about black people, calling people niggas, talking about niggas
With the hard R.
with self-hatred with some incels. So have y'all heard about that? Do y'all have I know y'all got a perspective on that. I don't know shit about Doja Cat.
Who the fuck is that?
That's what I said.
Yeah. She do the song.
She's biracial, by the way.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
She started off as "Bitch, I'm a cow."
Well, no,
That's how she got
popular.
famous.
That's how she started to get
You go
famous.
back
That's how she got her
2014
popularity. But she was before that.
So high. All right, well,
What y'all think about this shit?
so here's the thing, right? I don't think it has too much to. Well, that's Doja Cat saying it is about as equivalent of Lil Wayne saying "My life matters." You know, it's not a person with power that can really do anything, but I get why people are upset that their quote unquote favorite celebrity says some shit like that. I get why people are upset about it. In my mind, it doesn't hold much value. But the dynamic of it for me is that it's interesting because people are like, oh, you hate yourself, you this, you this, you that. I understand she's an adult. She should have had time to learn and understand her blackness by now. I get it, cool. Same thing I feel about I have this theory that when there's a biracial child in the mix, right? If it's raised by a black mom, for the most part, they associate with their blackness. In the case of Doja being raised by a white mom, and there's other people, and I'm not saying it's true for all, but it's a high chance that I feel like she was raised. I'm not saying that her mom was racist. I'm just saying she was raised as a white person. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, for the most part. So it's kind of like, I've seen this play out a few times where people, like black people that's raised by the white portion of their family, not saying they always adapt from the parents, because the parents have to like black people somehow. They got a mixed child. But I've seen them associate with whiteness
they're around
primarily. Yeah, because they're around it. They grew up with it. That's the same thing with Doja Cat. So some people, I still think J. Cole overcompensates for a little bit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, being biracial, now let me go as hard as I can for black people. And because the situation calls for it right now. And he sees it from a different level. Like, I appreciate it. But at the same time, I do think that for a minute, he was very much overcompensating for a piece of guilt that he felt by it. You know what I mean? And some black people do too much. We call them hoteps. I get it. So it's kind of like, well, as far as Doja, man, that it's not important, but it was just interesting to me. Like, oh, but I ain't surprised. Yeah, that's all I got for it.
What you got, man?
I would say that, you know, people change. I know she apologized about it. You know, people change. I remember, I know 21-year-old Matt is completely different than 34-year-old Matt. So I just know that people deserve a second chance, and that's all I got. I just feel like people deserve a second chance. That's it. That's all I got.
I don't even know how recent this chat room was either. I did want to know that.
She was like 17 or 18 or something like that. So she's 24 now.
What did she actually do?
Okay, that don't make sense at all.
She was on this chat roulette type chat room, but it was geared more towards only people that are white. And then she just started saying some, like, you know, hard R's and being super.
Nigger.
But this is when she was 17. How old is she?
No, they said this like some ongoing shit too.
I was just gonna say,
yeah,
I've been
I didn't know it was like ongoing. I thought it was.
Shit. I've been hearing that. I thought that particular incident was like very recent, actually.
Yeah, this shit happened last week.
I know it surfaced. I ain't know.
No, I think somebody found it last week. Yeah, but I know it was like recorded a few years ago.
Well,
I think
shit.
it was.
Well,
Is she
honestly,
even some of them in importance. Who is this?
She's a celebrity.
She just had
That's
a
it.
#1 song on the Billboard charts with Nicki Minaj for
Was that
10 minutes.
the girl
black.
6ix9ine was telling on?
No,
No, he probably did. I don't know.
That's right. And told him.
you ain't got nothing on it.
No, I ain't never seen
Yeah.
the bitch.
But yeah, I feel like you hit the nail on the head with, you know what I'm saying, she just wasn't raised in black culture. She don't value black folks, bro. She showed us that over and over again. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, this one, I don't, it's like the bigger the figure, the more you're prompted to pick a side, and she's at a level where it's like, if you don't choose to cancel it, we ain't gonna be upset about it. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like the magnitude of R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
On some, I did a crime so big, people have to stand firm on whether they're gonna listen or not. with Doja Cat at the level she at, it's like it's not gonna hurt her as hard, but it is. But for the record. It ain't looking good for her as far as whether she's racist or not. She's done a horrible job of defending herself.
DJ.
So Doja Cat is one of those like weird internet kids, right?
Yeah.
So weird internet kid raised by her white mom. Are you really surprised? Like, you know what I mean? Like people like. It's like, cause they gonna let her back in. They gonna let her back in, cause she gonna come with a song. They gonna like it. And let her back in.
Fuck cancel culture. They couldn't even keep Tekashi out.
I was just finna say. I was just finna say.
But Tekashi ain't really in the culture. I mean, what Tekashi did, man.
You seen that
The whole snitch thing. I blame the black guys who feel them because why you embraced them.
Yeah, no. Oh no.
Yeah.
No,
Because
you
it was
right.
supposed to be an insurance fraud.
Yeah.
Dude was supposed to die anyway, but this worm got out of it.
But we ain't gonna.
Right.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we're gonna let dude.
Oh, but
My fault.
but no, like you can't really be surprised, like given like how she was brought up and shit. But it's Doja Cat. They gonna like her next song. Like, oh well, bitch, I'm a bird. You know what I'm saying? Hey, but bitch, I'm a cow. Slap though.
It did.
That shit's hard.
Man, fuck that shit.
That shit's hard.
I ain't never listened to that shit. I'm probably not gonna listen to it, but she know what she was doing, and she gotta, as an artist, you gotta be more aware. You know who her fucking target market is.
Yeah.
You know who her fans are. How the fuck she got the #1?
Right.
You know, let's think about it. Now, all this bullshit escalated because of Lana Del Rey.
Oh, yeah. Her
Karen
goofy
Del
ass.
Rey.
Her
She
goofy
came
ass.
out critiquing Doja Cat, and she also critiqued Megan Thee Stallion and Beyonce for their
You know what
songs
this
and
is?
their
Right?
music.
It's the rollout. It's the rollout. I'm pretty sure she got a project coming.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying?
But fuck that shit. Like that's
Niggas got
that's
rollouts last
bullshit.
week.
Like shit. She's still black. I don't give a fuck. She's still black and she still a nigga. You know, I don't care.
Oh,
Even
no.
if she was
Even
in the
if she
chat
would've
room
been.
with the incels or whatever you
No.
want to call them, she's still a nigga, and that's how they looked at her. Or
No,
as
Josie-
a nigga bitch.
Jay-Z did it for everybody. Like
Yeah.
OJ.
I mean,
Your
shit,
boy
even
said
before that,
that
we
one.
still know that.
Yeah.
Shit.
What
That's the
Kanye
nigga. Most deaf.
Yeah,
Shit.
exactly.
You still a nigga.
Like
So,
I
yeah.
said, even if you win a Benz, you still a nigga.
too.
In a coupe.
What's up?
So you said, how did she get #1? She said that this is.
She was gonna show her titties.
She was gonna show it.
Oh yeah.
She said, "I show my titties to get #1 in the charts," and everybody was like, "Bet."
I mean, it's
And she was like, "You
I mean,
really
is
thought
the song even that good? Are we
Sorry.
that at a low frequency that
It's a
that
pop
made
song,
motherfuckers
so
listen to the
it is.
song? So,
It's a pop
It is a
song,
pop
so it
song.
is what it is."
Alright, let's check in with these comments real quick. Use your mind. Doja ain't surprised me, fam.
That's what I'm saying.
I guess she promised her fans she'd show her breast. She didn't. Oh, my bad. Trying to read the comments. Got on white. Can't take a knee tonight 'cause I'm wearing all white. Sorry. Her fans were angry. They leaked the video. No, them weren't fans. It was purrs. They just want her to hold her promise. She didn't keep it, so they leaked her racist video since she ain't leaked her titties. That's what that is.
That's literally what it is. Because it was like a
that's
bang
it.
bang situation. She said, "I'm not doing it," and then all of a sudden that video came out.
I used to be a huge fan. His music don't move me anymore. Okay, it's been ongoing. Shout out to Dean Priest, one of the Battle Cats, one of Birmingham's own. Appreciate you being in the room. He said that supposedly her pops wasn't around, so she has developed a disdain for black folks. Very
Bullshit.
true. But that's what I'm saying. She grew up as a white girl. She's black, but she was raised as a white girl. So, she's finally reached the pinnacle of success, and then this comes out. I mean, I gotta put a
She
border
said she
up
wasn't
here.
a huge fan in the beginning. She'll be okay.
That's it. Sabrina Claudia still making music with black artists. Right on that. And we got No Excuse, She's Trash, White Mama Not, canceled.
Tell her, Brenda.
Alright. South African Pops never acknowledged her heritage until the heat came. Well,
it is what it is. Fuck
Weird
that shit.
internet kids.
Since we all in here, West, everybody, do y'all think, I'm gonna say this, because Lil Wayne came out and made a statement like a couple of hours ago. I don't know if y'all seen
I was
this
gonna
shit.
know I haven't. Breaking news.
He said something to the degree that all police are not bad. Don't be hard on the police. And motherfuckers tearing his ass out the frame on the internet, on Twitter, on Instagram. So my question to everybody in here: do y'all think artists, celebrities have a responsibility, a social responsibility, to make a difference?
As
Or
an
just to be
artist,
artists? Because we have artists in the room. You got West in the room, so y'all want to, what y'all got on that?
as an artist, no. Your art can say anything you want it to fucking say. As a human being, yes.
Shit the fuck up.
Yeah. If you ain't, but here's the thing with Lil Wayne though.
But what if you make art
That's what I'm saying.
about righteousness or whatever have you?
If you don't want to give an opinion on the state of human affairs, you ain't got to. You can strictly talk about your art. You know what I'm saying? You want to talk about like somebody that mastered that to the utmost degree? Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to make a statement on human affairs if you want to only present your art.
Jordan made
But
us
here's the thing of,
without makeup.
I mean, we can say that.
We're gonna-
We'll get there. I ain't no Jordan fan as a human.
It's a basketball player.
I get it.
Yeah, he's a terrible human being.
But,
As a person.
But what I'm saying is the thing about Lil Wayne is like, okay, everybody knows by now the backstory of the, how most of the policemen, when he shot himself, say that most of the policemen stepped over him looking for guns and drugs in the apartment, and one policeman picked him up, which ironically happened to be a white cop, took him to the hospital, saved his life. I get what he's saying. It's not all policemen not bad, just like all black people not bad. But the thing is, like, I've been battling with this idea over the past few days that when searching for a solution to the earlier topics, the only way we say fuck the police so much, and we do hate policemen. I ain't gonna even front with you, I hate policemen.
Man.
But at the same time, the only way I see it changing is if we have more people from our environments that understand what the environment is to be police. But at the same time, that comes a risk of washing our ideals away in order to become one. How do we achieve we could police ourselves. That leads to chaos, and we sort of do other shit, but that's another story for another time. But we hate police so much, but yet we need more of us to be police so that situations don't go the way it go. But I don't want to be no fucking police. You know what I'm saying? That was just my idea that I was thinking about.
It makes sense.
Over the winter. Yeah, but I know how much I hate police. You know what I'm saying? But how many of us will it take to become police in order for us to at least get rid of the hatred part of it so that shit can be done accordingly? We don't act out with police and police don't fucking kill us. We need us over there not to kill us, but we still hate the police. That's just that was a random question of mine that I was trying to find when dealing with the shit earlier this week. But y'all got it. Lil Wayne and his confidence.
Just celebrity,
Oh yeah, artists
should
and
they
artists.
be more socially responsible, or should they just be artists? But it's on Matt.
So,
West.
I can't really speak to what Lil Wayne said because I didn't see it, but I will say this about the comment I just heard. So I went off on this dude on Facebook about that. All cops aren't bad. I disagree. The reason why I say this is because let's say there's 1,000 cops, right? 10 of them are bad, and 990 of them don't do shit to those 10. Then you have 1,000 bad cops.
Right.
True.
That's how I feel. And I just think that it's the system. And I also see the other side too, because these people are just doing their job. At the end of the day, they're just people, just trying to do their job. But it's really the system that's fucked
Chose
up.
the bad job.
They're doing a shitty ass job. 1,000% I agree. But I'm just saying that it's really just people trying to do a job. Now it's really the system that's fucked up. To me, but that's all I got. I can't really speak to anything else.
Go forward, man. You think celebrities got a social responsibility?
Oh, I think black celebrities do. If not, don't say anything. Even if you're against it. My thing about black people who are against the cause, even if you're against it, don't talk against it, man. That's my whole thing. Now, as far as the cop thing, nobody don't think all cops are bad. I mean, we got a homeboy that
Jesus J.
literally, I wasn't finna name his name.
Well, I didn't name his name.
What you say?
Literally, this guy, everybody in here that really know him know he a real dude.
Yeah.
He got your back. He got your back.
And
He got your back in uniform and out of uniform. But people be hard on all cops because I never see any good ones talk about the bad ones. Even when the bad ones get caught up, I never hear them say nothing. I know it's the biggest fraternity on earth.
Yeah.
They swarm, but I just be wanting to ask the black ones, like, man, when y'all see the other ones doing what they doing, y'all don't have nothing to say? Oh man, we do it internally. No, you don't. You ain't doing nothing. As far as Lil Wayne, man, Lil Wayne is a drug addict, man. I don't listen to Geek Monster, so you know.
Oh shit.
What you got, Tim?
He said,
Lil Wayne still alive?
Yeah, he is.
he's firing on the same brain cells as Joe Biden.
Straight.
Yeah, man.
Go ahead,
I'm
go
good.
ahead.
I just feel like Lil Wayne need to shut the fuck up. Like, cut his hair. That nigga's weird.
Shut up, man.
I don't know, but I definitely see what direction he going because he feel like celebrities and shit gotta say so, and maybe he wanna like calm folks down. But in this need, nigga, you need to be dropping care packages and shit to niggas, like little snack wraps or something. Like that's how you support what's going on right now. Like legitimately, I'm just being honest. Like give a nigga like some water or something. Like drop like 24 pack of water. Niggas throwing rocks and shit. No, their arms tied. Just for real, don't say no dumb shit like, cause everybody know, like you said, we got homeboys. Some folks probably got family members that's cops. You know what I'm saying? And it's real deal thin line between love and hate right now. And as a human being, bro, seeing like wrong justice, it's all about like some good get back. So yeah, we might not, you know what I'm saying? We making a point and shit might not go nowhere, but damn, it feel good to like let off some steam. You know what I mean? Like it's a long time coming, dog. Like it's cool to see like multiple states rise. You know what I'm saying? Cause this shit didn't happen in multiple places. So.
Go ahead, man. We tripping out.
Well,
the
we
comments,
tripping out.
but yeah.
Let me throw this in there
Yeah, go
real quick.
ahead.
I gotta go back and go through all these comments, but shout out to the always authentic Denise Austin. She been going in right now. It's free to shut the fuck up. Celebrity about celebrity like Lil Wayne. And she said, what else she said? She said he called that man a geek monster. Willie called him a geek monster, yeah. He said he called that man a geek
Say no,
monster.
they go.
Look, talking about some love, they arms tied.
Nigga, you say
need some water.
Yeah.
he definitely look dehydrated in the motherfucker. But
Lil
yeah.
Wayne.
Yeah. Carlos, what you think about this shit, man? As an artist yourself, monastery.
Man, first of all, bro, Lil Wayne, as a rapper, Lil Wayne is my largest influence.
You really gotta shoot him some bail. Like,
It hurts.
You gotta get the Easy t-shirt.
Man, say that for real. So it's just like, yeah, bro. Historically, he is my favorite rapper. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I wish he hadn't said it. I hate it. You know what I'm saying? And I hate it because I feel like this, as far as artists' responsibility to, whether or not they're responsible for talking on these issues, I say if you've expressed these issues throughout your artistry and you've prided yourself with the authenticity of your brand, then you cannot be mad. I won't say that you're necessarily responsible, but I'll say you cannot be mad when people look at you to say something. You know what I'm saying? If you talk about this shit in your raps, if you paint about this or whatever, like, oh, this that shit you be talking about, how you feel. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's a logical response. So it's like, God bless whoever feel like they might crumble under pressure of that. But, I feel like, so that's how I feel like as far as responsibility of it. And yeah, with Lil Wayne, bro, like, but what you were saying about the police and stuff. Alright, so I like that. One of the things that won me over with Bernie is he said that, like, okay, neighborhoods should be policed by the people within them. Yes. You know what I'm saying? That was hard to me, and that's exactly what it is. It's like, bro, you know what I'm saying? In a true sense of community, you know what I'm saying? Even little things like neighborhood watch. If you give your neighborhood watch people that are trusted in your community, you give them actual authority, you may see a drop in crime. You know what I'm saying? If it still takes a village.
I mean, you might see a rise in individual segregation as well at that point, because
don't in that case, me with a good time.
I mean, I ain't saying I'm against it.
You also got to talk about the prison industrial complex.
Yeah,
that's a multi-billion-dollar corporation.
Oh yeah,
and to have free labor, which pretty much they do. I mean, it's the new version of slavery, yeah. And that's. I read the comment up there. It said it's the system, and yeah, it's the system. Because
let me interject, because that's the thing. Niggas rap about doing crime. What the fuck do you think gonna happen after you do the crime?
You're going to jail now.
You think the outcome?
You're going to jail now.
I mean, it's a vicious cycle. It's a vicious cycle.
Man, I miss my dog throwing a rock at the police. And he said, "What? Fuck this nigga Wayne, man! Crackhead ass."
What you got, DJ?
Man, look, all right. So anybody that knows me knows, like, not the biggest Lil Wayne fan.
What?
I'm right there with you, DJ.
You know, like, I feel like he's one of those overhyped things.
Right.
And like, that nigga brain is fried. Like, his brain don't work right.
Too much lean.
It just don't work in a traditional fashion.
Which one you choose to press the button? Joe Biden brain or Wayne's brain?
Ooh,
Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne.
But we're not asking Lil Wayne to run the country.
But he'll do better than Joe Biden.
I got it. Lil Wayne for
do better than Joe
Biden. I should post that shit tomorrow.
Yeah, nah, he'll definitely do better than Joe Biden. But nah, like, do people actually take what Lil Wayne say serious? Like, do people actually listen to Lil Wayne?
Apparently they did tonight.
Like, cause it just be like, yo, like, if you listen to his music, yo, do you actually want to have a conversation with this nigga?
They say you a harsh critic, man. You a harsh critic.
But nah, man, like, don't listen.
That nigga like Mike Jones at Swisher House.
But listen, yes I do. But listen, don't have fucking heroes. They're people. Like, they gonna say some stupid shit cause they dumb as fuck.
Eventually.
Like,
you be preaching that.
What the fuck are y'all doing?
You be preaching that.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, man. Lil Wayne is the perfect example of he is the definition of like psychotic in the most productive way possible. Not the action of psychotic, but I feel like he is the fucking insane version of the movie A Beautiful Mind.
Yeah.
The nigga just imagine shit all day. and build
You
shit.
giving him too much credit.
Nah, on some rap shit. This nigga makes something out of nothing better than anybody.
And it
ever
still be
had.
nothing though.
But it's a beautiful nothing.
It be so fucking empty.
I think the old
Like,
But that nigga said Weezy F baby and the F is fofo nominal.
that's not even a thing.
That's what I'm saying. But I knew what he meant when he said it.
And you knew he was wrong.
I knew he was wrong. But that didn't affect nothing.
He got it off.
Close it in.
He
He
was.
got it off, bro.
He got it
I
off.
bought it. I bought
Hey,
it.
the artist he put on bigger than him, so true.
He know how to do something. Like, he does that very well. But that's all he need to do. I ain't saying like shut up and dribble, my nigga. Like you got an opinion, but I just don't want to hear it.
No, like no.
This sensitive situation.
I never in my life say like, hey, you shouldn't say something.
And
Cause
don't
no,
say it, baby.
say it, but be ready
Up the flow for that.
because the world will react to what you
Right.
say.
It's good and bad consequences
Yeah.
to whatever we do.
Exactly.
I'm gonna say this, man. If your target market or your primary consumer is black and brown people, either you need to
might
do
wanna
some
be on
shit.
their
You need
team.
to do something. I understand Jordan. He was a piece of shit, but he actually gave money to the cat that
what I'm
ran
saying.
for Congress in North Carolina. He was trying to protect.
Anyway.
He was trying to protect his brand, but anyhow, man, you have. I feel like because I'm a huge fan of Muhammad Ali. Like you have a responsibility.
No,
These
my
people,
man.
these people support you, so you gotta get that energy back. Just don't consume that energy because what we see in the world today, politicians, celebrities, venture capitalists, whatever, they take, but they never give anything for real. So we need that energy to be put back. And shit, that's all I got. Like I got a bonus episode. I mean bonus content topic, but we can talk about it now. Like people experiences with the police. Like I know everybody had an experience with the
Let's
police.
say that.
'Cause we got a personal story with the police.
Yes, we
man.
do.
And I got another story, but yeah.
But no, let's throw. Oh yeah, we got some time. Let's throw one more topic out there. Speaking of celebrity,
What's that?
Azalea Banks.
Oh man,
I heard about that this morning with Joe Budden.
I listened to that episode too.
Joe Budden got his ass punked up by Gilly, but that's a whole different story. But we'll talk about that later.
I mean, I don't
Gilly is crazy.
But go ahead. Because I ain't bringing up the
He
sales
made the deal,
shit.
too.
Because
Pass me on them empty wraps.
Gilly just signed a major deal.
yeah.
Gilly from Philly?
Yes. 70
Joe
million?
Biden?
No, Joe Budden.
Budden.
Talking about
Oh,
Gilly the
yeah.
Kid. Gilly the Kid.
Oh,
Gilly
wow.
the King signed like a $70
Yeah,
million
Wayne
deal
years ago.
on
Oh,
Spotify.
what
and shit.
happened? That's interesting.
I know Joe Rogan had signed a $100 million
$100 million,
deal.
yeah.
Spotify. But yeah.
we just
Azalea Banks came out, man. This bullshit. Everything she says is mostly bullshit. Nobody don't really
Speed
give a fuck because she a fucking supposed to be an artist, but all she do is really talk shit on the internet.
She a
But she
hype
came
beast.
out and say that she slept with Dave Chappelle, you know.
Whoa.
And you know, motherfuckers talked about like tore ass out the frame on the internet as well. Like, fuck Azalea Banks, but y'all got perspective on it. Y'all shoot for it.
So what exactly happened?
She came out in an Instagram live video and stated that she can fuck up a lot of celebrities' marriages because she.
She was
slept
talking
with
about she slept with Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, that's
right.
So
His wife probably already know.
I mean, so nobody really gave a fuck, you know. But it's her. Like she don't have really any credibility at all. So I didn't really want to talk about this shit for real.
Okay.
But,
All right. Well,
I mean, if y'all got something to say about it,
I mean,
fuck her.
I will say this about Azalea though. She is randomly around people, just like really random people. I think she was like really like very, very popular people.
Cause they want to fuck her.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, sure. But I'm just saying, she would have the access to have that happen. Now, I'm not saying she did. I'm just saying she would probably have the access to, but she's not the greatest.
I just want to say that, you know, I think Azalea Banks is bullshit. But Dave Chappelle did said, y'all found out in that little thing. He was like, I don't think they got nothing on me, but we'll see. he said he threw us a landing pad for it.
Courtney got a point.
What do you say?
She probably did, but shit, nobody ain't believe Cosby was raping. That's valid. That's a good point.
So,
Bill was raping.
No, that's
I still know.
I mean, it's what it is.
I believe Azalea Thought more than Bill Cosby was raping.
Might have been in the pudding.
Oh no, she fucking.
Oh yeah, she definitely is.
Oh yeah, I know that.
No, she fucking rappers and celebrities.
Dude, she got the access. And I'm not saying she did. I'm just saying she has the access.
No, she fucking motherfuckers.
I am disappointed in the lot of you.
Uh-oh.
What happened to the principles that this nation was founded upon?
I told black men don't cheat.
Yes. And even to bring that shit full circle, innocent until proven guilty. The bitch be lying. And I only called it a bitch for a little bit. That shit just sound cool. I really ain't about that. But no, like in real life, you know what I'm saying?
Oh no, her music's great.
Girl, shut up. Goddamn.
Shut the fuck up and just make music.
Yeah.
But Dave Chappelle finna get some. Oh, you got so much good material for this.
Dude.
Yeah.
Hey, Netflix
blast.
Damn it, you motherfucker.
Why do you think she did it? She liked to be in the spotlight.
Yeah. Oh no, she love that shit. Everything she do.
She's a troll, though.
Yeah, it could
She's like
be
an
all
even troll.
false. It could be true, but it could be false. It ain't our fucking business.
Yeah,
Dave Chappelle finna catch a $30 million bag off
Like,
this.
shit,
Like,
yeah.
Netflix is sitting down at the table right now, like, hey, you ready? You ready, B?
Nigga get caught cheating every day, B.
What we got before we go into this police shit? We good?
Yeah, so thank you to everybody that's tuning in through all platforms, whether Spotify, Apple Music, wherever the podcast is. It's everywhere. Make sure you visit sankofasuite.com for all music, merch, products. It tell y'all all this shit at the end. I'm not gonna say all of that, but shout out to the live streamers. I want y'all to stay tuned. We're getting ready to go into the bonus hour. For everybody listening now, thank you for tuning in. We're going to keep this season going because this ain't how we wanted to end season 2. We normally do 10 episodes, but we're going to see how many more we're going to do. But this ain't the finale. It's just pandemic, so we're going to cap it off big. But stay with us and find out how many more episodes we do. That means look for us again in another 2 weeks. That is the homie. Well, first, thank you to the homies sitting in with us. Shout out to Carlos, Charm. Hey, I want you to be Wizard Kelly this week. But you know, they see you.
It's the Wiz, y'all.
It's the Wiz, y'all.
I'm fucking with it.
Shout out to the other homies that was out here earlier. Michael Cure, Courage, and Bimbo. Shout out to Matt for sitting there with us. Appreciate that. That is the phasing octopus that we call DJ, who is a DJ amongst 7 other things. That is your neighborhood nigga Wu Tim. I'm Eugene Wright, also known as Eugene Wright, formerly known as Eugenius Neutron. They used to call me MB the Beast. My day ones call me Mafia Boy, but my mama called me Itty. And that is your host, C. Noah. We are the Sweet Life Podcast. Peace.